Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here. Today is February 19th, 2021. It is Friday, and I know Fridays are usually pretty easygoing because it is the end of the work week for a lot of us. So today, for some reason, I did feel that energy, spirit coming in to kind of just like a how do I say this? It's like kind of like a teamwork feeling, like a camaraderie type of thing. And I know our guides are here, our saints are angels. And so I think it is a team effort today. I feel it is with the energy that's coming in, with the guides, with all of that, angels. Um, and I do believe that they want to walk hand in hand with us. Through this message today and going forward. I do feel that some of you are very seasoned in your spiritual life and some of you are kind of just starting out. So there's a mix, and that's good. So I'm going to just say a quick thank you to Spirit, to our guides, to God, and to you for listening and taking a moment here today. All right. I do want to mention the number 8 because it is very prevalent today. I feel like it is that our guides are trying to tell us that we're already rich in abundance within ourselves. But I feel that for some of us, that abundance is coming in the way of victory over something. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm guided to say. And that whatever this message is that comes in today by Spirit, our angels, our guides, they're here with a very real love and care for us, each individual person here today, and whoever might come in the future and listen, okay? And so as I was meditating this morning, I was feeling so tired. I feel like some of you are very tired and almost depleted with your energy for something, because I feel like you've been worried over something. And I feel like when we're in that place where we just feel like every nerve is on edge, so to speak, like you're almost vibrating with that kind of energy, like a worried, how do I say this, very um, um, anxious type of energy. I'm guided to tell you that it's okay to take a minute, take a day off if you want. Do whatever you have to do to take some time to yourself today, okay? And allow that energy to kind of settle and focus on the energy being cleansed and cleared. And you can do that by calling in your guides. You can do it by envisioning a divine light flowing from the heavens, or flowing in from God through your being, through your head, through your shoulders, through your extremities, all the way down through the ends of your hands, the ends of your feet, and allowing that white light and that energy to come in and really kind of just like kind of sort out what energy needs to be focused on today, what energy is present today with the blessings and all the good stuff, right? Kind of separate it from the energy that isn't so good, that you've been worried about, and as human beings, that we, our day-to-day cares and concerns. And so Spirit is here to say, I'm here to put the spotlight on the good stuff, my friend. Okay? That's what's going on today. There's that feeling of teamwork and not trying to go at this alone, whatever the worries are. We're human beings. We're going to worry about things, guys. No matter where we are in our spiritual journey, we are human beings as well, and we are going to worry about some things. That's just the way it is. And so when that happens, it's important because we do have to allow certain things to kind of surface so that we can acknowledge that they need to be cleansed and cleared, or whatever cares and concerns come up, so that we can give them to our guides, to our God, to our angels. So let's get started. I do feel led to use the Saints and Angels deck today. And I really felt that energy coming in. And by the way, I did mention the number 8, and they did ask me to mention that you can look this number up. I use Joanne's Sacred Scribes, or I have a book that I use, or I just go intuitively and check it out. But what I felt with number 8 today is that it is, if you look at how the number 8 is presented, it is endless loops, right? So it's like it's fully connected. It is like the cycle of our energetic beings forever. It's an eternal loop. And so we go through lifetimes, we go through life cycles, we go through all those kinds of things. But what I'm guided to say with this number 8 is that it is infinite. Whatever that is and means to you, it is infinite. Your spirit is infinite, okay? So, and whoever of you who have lost someone, or maybe recently, their energy goes on infinitely within you, within their own being. And then number 8, I feel Archangel Ariel here as well, because I feel like that Archangel represents abundance and in all ways, and spirit and emotional life and happiness and joy and money and everything that you want to manifest in your life. I feel like that number represents the endless possibilities, the endless infinite support, supreme, the highest, top shelf. I'm hearing top shelf. I don't know who uses that term, but I'm hearing that the highest support here. Okay, so let me get started on these cards here. I just want to give them a quick shuffle and ask Spirit to come in and deliver and convey. And whatever saints and angels are here for us today to convey whatever message it is that we need to hear. Okay, I do feel the presence of, wait, let me just do that. Okay, I don't know why that was bothering me. Saint Teresa, okay? Now this saint, I feel like her energy is here. And if you see these flowers around her, let me just take a quick look. I feel like she's sort of here to say, listen, I feel like her life wasn't easy. And so she says, see these flowers around me here. They are vibrant. And they represent life force. They represent that beautiful moment that you need to take sometimes to smell the beautiful aroma, to see the vivid colors, to slow down something and sort of, put the worry aside for a moment and just be in the place of enjoyment of this beauty here. And so she says, you don't realize it, but you've been making steady progress. Do you see? There are things behind the scenes that we don't see. And she says, this steady progress is adding up to something really bountiful, is what I'm hearing. Bountiful. Okay, if you ever, I'm seeing a field of flowers like lavender, or just flowers that kind of grow in the wild, right? They just kind of grow naturally. And they just, when you look at them, it's so beautiful. And it's so fragrant sometimes, depending on what flower it is. But so what I'm seeing here is you're making steady progress, she says. And Spirit says you are, you just don't realize it. You're feeling intense weakness maybe, and I mean that in like physical form. Maybe you're very tired, but things are moving forward in your highest good. Please know that, and please take a moment to smell the flowers. If you don't wait for someone to buy you flowers, guys, okay? I'm thinking of Valentine's Day, and I'm thinking people probably expected flowers from their loved ones or whatever, but go do it for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful gesture towards yourself. To go, I'm going to do that today, in fact. I'm going to go buy myself some flowers. Well, actually, when we dig out of the snow, I don't know how much is out there, but we were supposed to get 4 to 7 inches through the night, so we'll see. But I am going to, the first chance I get, I'm going to buy myself some flowers, because I I want to feed my soul. And for me, that is a way of doing that. For some of you, it could be going to, if I don't know if you're allowed to go to museums right now, but or viewing beautiful paintings or something like that. But um, so what I'm hearing Spirit say in the spirit of this person, she was a person, Saint Teresa, right? So she says, even on the darkest days, and maybe you're going to get your hands dirty doing something, and I know she means this like metaphorically, I think, you're still a beautiful rose, okay? Whatever dark moments you have, there's that beautiful light within you. See that behind her? She's got the support and the backing of God. And so it's like, I got you. I got your back. I've got you. See? I'm always here. And these flowers, and I also feel like this light behind her could be her own energy, her own light, growing these beautiful flowers, okay? Growing the beautiful flower within yourself. And so I feel like this energy here today is really strong in that when you feel as if your life isn't where you want it to be, take a moment, okay? I don't know if any of you are gardeners or, what do you call it, botanists, maybe, people who grow flowers or whatever. I don't know if any of you are kind of put your energy into your flower garden, like maybe talking to them or kind of singing or whatever it is that you do. For me, sometimes I need to get out and touch a tree. It just is the way it is. I need that energy, and I need to kind of just be in that moment where I can share my energy with nature, and then nature shares the energy with me. That's just the type of thing that I do and I believe in. And so I believe that some of you have a natural ability to grow beautiful things in your life, and literally to grow beautiful plants and flowers, because your energy is so passionate about that. And so I feel like her spirit here, her energy is here to remind us that it takes you need to step out of your own way sometimes and collaborate and allow that help to come in, okay? To nurture that beautiful, beautiful essence within yourself. That's what I'm hearing from this guide here. I do feel that some of you are in much need of nurturing, either nurturing yourself or having someone nurture you. And if you know it's a money thing, and you don't have the money right now, maybe a family member you can do massage for each other or something like that. Just do something that kind of feeds your soul today, okay? Very important. I don't know why today, but they're saying, but my readings are usually not on a, they're usually timeless. So whatever happens when it's supposed to within your life. Sometimes Spirit comes in and says, okay, it's very important that they know that they need to watch out for this during this weekend or whatever. But because this is the weekend, I wanted to kind of just go into this message. And I feel like some of you need to take it easy for whatever, starting this weekend, starting today. And I feel like some of you are having some sort of revelation that your normal routine on the weekends is changing. I do feel that some of you could be, you could be nurturing yourself or kind of self-medicating on some things. Not pointing any fingers. I don't know anything, guys, seriously. But if you are, Spirit says, you know what? Nothing wrong with a little bit. a little wine here and there, whatever it is. But I think some of you are realizing that you're slowing down in regards to self-medicating, and you realize that there's something more. Another sort of like help is on the way, okay? So whatever it is that you overindulge in sometimes, I feel like that's slowing down and coming to an end. And you will find your moderation and your balance, okay? With whatever it is, no judgment here, just saying what I'm feeling, and feeling like you're really into your emotional selves lately, and feeling some sort of change coming in, okay? I do see stairs ascending. I see sort of like an escalator, but you're hand in hand with your guides, and becoming an ally with the universe rather than a, you know, a part. Because as I said, Spirit is here to say, you can do this. You don't need, right now, I feel like in this moment, you need internal support, okay? So, that's what I have to say about that. Let me just do a few more cards here. I do want to say that this card is relevant. It just kind of was in the wrong deck. But it's here, and I'm going to use it because I do feel its relevance here. I see this. I do want to tell you that I had a vision of a path. It was sort of like a dirt path, right? And I saw a forest, but I saw a circle, sort of like a clearing, and rays of sun coming down upon that clearing. And I saw a vision of a person standing in the middle of that clearing. And what I saw was in female form. However, guys, this energy is universal, so I don't believe it's just for women. But I saw this woman, and I felt the very real presence of her saying, the woman that I saw was in tattered clothing, like a almost like a burlap dress or something like that, but it was all tattered. And she was standing there, and what I felt from that was a representation of, I did a entitled a reading before called Rags to Riches, and I saw her coming out of the woods, and she had been battered a little bit, not by someone, but by experiences, by life, by whatever it was. And as I looked upon her and I saw her, I saw this ray of sun come down, and I heard, or felt, mostly I heard a voice that said, I'm just gonna say this the way it comes in. You've been on rough terrain, and you have felt like tattered. But here's the clearing, here's your opportunity that's beckoning you to reach out to your guides now, and to say, thank you so much for bringing me to this clearing out of the dark. And I felt like her presence was also there to guide and be what I heard her say was soul partner, okay? So take it as it resonates, guys, but I feel like there's a partnership here with either someone who is spiritual, that will be a mentor in your life, but I feel like it's very internal, like a very spiritual energy here to kind of say, let's align here, okay? I feel like you're partnering now with your soul, and you're allowing yourself to hear and feel and act on your intuitives, okay? That's what I feel. I feel like she's sort of like, this is the tired you, this is the worn out you've been through battle or whatever it is, but here's this clearing, and here's this divine light coming down upon you now to let you know that you're coming out of the woods, or you've come out of the woods, the dark place, And sometimes you had to feel your way through, but here's the light. And that's what I feel here today, that presence, okay? I do feel that the energy of God is here right directly. Coming down in the form of whatever it is, light, something that kind of hits you like an epiphany. This here says St. Nicholas, but I feel like this is the ultimate divine support here, to bring in this beautiful, bountiful here, like this says, blossoming abundance. That's what I feel that this energy is here. This is what I feel is here for all of us. It's God. And he says, go somewhere where you feel very connected. Some of you, you don't have to go anywhere to feel connected. You're just connected. For some of you, for me, at times, I'm very connected here and now. And usually anywhere where I am, I'm connected. But there are times where I like to go and visit this beautiful, big tree, very unique. And for some reason, I find myself very connected when I'm in that space with that tree. And it's almost as if you can feel the sharing of energy between yourself and that energetic, I'm going to just call it a being because it's a tree. So whatever it is, wherever it is you like to go, or even in your imagination, go there, because God says, I'm here with you. I want to help you. And I want you to be blessed. I want you to be happy. I do feel that there is a life purpose for everyone, but I feel the core life purpose for everyone, what everyone has in common, is that we are to be the happiest we can. Allow ourselves to be happy in whatever situation, guys. Trust me, I've been put through that test a lot, especially last year in 2020. And so I feel that common life purpose is for all of us to be happy. Now, we all have different things that we do that we're called to do. Like, I'm called to be a messenger. I'm called to be a spiritual coach. And my main, I feel like my life purpose here is to love and to help others find their own self-love. Okay? But I do feel that main core life purpose is to allow happiness to be the dominant force in our lives. And so you have the generosity of the divine coming in to intervene, to take you by the hand, to say, I'm here. Do you see? You're out of the woods, okay? You've gone through some really rough stuff, but you're out of the woods and you're okay. You're okay. And so we have Mary Magdalene here as well, and her energy is here to say, yeah, some of you are holding on to some bitterness from a bad marriage, a bad relationship, or a friendship that went wrong, or something like that. Something in your life that that doesn't feel fair. Maybe as a child, life wasn't good to you. Maybe you didn't have the best parents or the best environment to live in. Maybe you didn't always have food. Whatever it was. Forgiveness. And Mary Magdalene, I'm sorry, Mother Mary, thank you for being here too. Because when I know she's here because I said Mother Mary. But Mary Magdalene here, if you know the story of Mary Magdalene, none of us know the real story because, you know, her life was probably, there were some things in her life that we're not aware of. But she says, listen, I was the poster child for judgment, criticism, for people who viewed her as something terrible. And so I feel like this this person here and this energy that's here to come in. She's, she was an outcast wherever she was. She was an outcast. And it hurt her because I feel like she knew the truth and they saw her as they saw her in their own perception. But she says, I feel her energy is like God came to her and said, you need to, Jesus is here to help you heal. And you could learn a lot from him. He'll be your mentor, whatever type of thing, right? So I feel like with everybody, I feel like when she allowed that divine intervention, when she allowed herself to open up, to receive that support and help, she sort of put her back, turned her back, and sort of just said, okay, that was happened in the past, and I'm moving on now. And I don't want that in my life. I don't want that unhappiness, unsettledness. I don't want that. Whatever it was, I don't know why, but I'm envisioning people throwing rocks at her for some reason. And so she did endure a lot. And so she says, you can do this. Allow yourself to move away from that old life, the old grief and all of the, when I say grief, I mean when people give you grief, like they give you harshness and that kind of thing. I've had my share too of people that treated me wrong. And it could take time to move past all that, but I feel like her energy here is here to say, you are more worthy of self-respect than you realize. You are more worthy. You don't need to you don't need to prove to anyone anything. You don't. If someone doesn't view you the way you view, the way you deserve to be viewed, then that's on them, not you, okay? So what she's saying is, pick yourself up. Someone may have hurt your feelings. Someone may have be trying to manipulate you in some way, shape, or form. But you're stronger than them. You're the Goliath from the David and Goliath. How do I say this? In that story, David was the smallest one in his village, but he did defeat the giant. But what I'm saying is, you're stronger, you're capable of turning your back on that kind of thing and moving forward with your life. Some of you, I feel like you may owe like an obligation to someone to make their life as happy as it can be, but now it's your turn. That's what, I don't know, I'm just getting that energy today. So our guides are telling us to be brave, okay? Be brave. You have guardian angels around you. Look at this. Look at this woman, this angel here. She's leaning over a very beautiful animal. But normally in the animal kingdom, would you go up to what is this? Is this a puma? I don't know what this is for sure. Would you go up to this type of animal and just kind of hug them? That's scary stuff. But this angel is sort of leaning over this animal, and she's like, you have the fierce energy here to move forward with your life and move on. Get out of whatever the past was and move forward. Because once you do, that freedom that comes with that action step to move forward, it's like no other. It really is. And I feel like this energy here with her kind of like leaning over this beautiful cat, whatever kind of big cat that is, I feel like she is saying here, whatever dark energy has been around you, I'm here. And you have many guides, many angels here with you to bring you through this, whatever it was. I do feel like there is a very strong bond here with you. It could be with someone that passed over and their energy's coming in. But I feel it very strongly with the angels. And if you're not one that is familiar with angels, you don't have to be. All you have to do is say, listen, whatever guides are here that are good, let's do this. Let's take this journey together. I'm ready to receive guidance in how I can bring myself to a happier place. I do want to, nope, I'm not being guided to do this deck. So I do want to bring in Archangel Michael in a sec, but I also want to do a little shuffle on these cards here. Okay. I keep seeing the number 8, so guys, whoever that's for, it's very significant. You might be seeing signs. You might have been seeing signs already about this. Number 8. You might have already been seeing 888. You might be seeing 8. You might be seeing numbers with where 8 stands out. You might look at the clock and there's an 8 there. I don't know, but I'm telling you, for some of you, it's very significant. And it's our guides and our angels telling us it's time to be in allowance of this abundance, because it's waiting for you. You ever sit at a red light and it's like, why is this light taking so long? It's not turning green like it should, when it should. So why is it taking so long? And so I feel like there's some of that with whoever this applies to. Like maybe you've kind of just been sitting and, you know, just waiting and waiting and waiting for this light to turn, and you're like, when's it gonna turn? And then people around you pass you and they're like, I'm going because this light is too long. I'm not sitting here. And so that's what Spirit says. Take the initiative here and take the initiative to bring yourself out of the muck and mire where you've been and look to beautiful things coming in for you, because they are. And so I feel like some of you have been kind of stuck and you've kind of been wondering, like you're not feeling the maybe you're not feeling the guidance from your guides to move forward with something. But for some of you, you're just not even, you're kind of just waiting for something to fall in your lap. And Spirit says we have to do these, we have to go through this journey together, hand in hand, okay? Sometimes things do happen. Miracles happen, things fall in our lap, and it's like, whoa, I didn't expect that. That's a really huge blessing. But there are other times when we need to take that initiative too and say, okay, I really feel strongly about this. I feel like total peace about this decision or whatever it is I need to do. But then some of you won't still act on it because you feel like you need something more. I feel like this here coming together is that, again, that teamwork, that alignment with the universe, with your guides, because that is necessary in order for something beautiful in your life to open up and come together for you. Okay? Like I said, do your part and trust in your guides. Trust God. Trust in your journey, guys. You can get through the darkest moments. Like I said, always I say this, you have to feel your way through sometimes. And doesn't come easy for people, because we tend to want someone to hold our hand and to shine the light for us, ahead of us on our path. But sometimes it's necessary to feel our way through, like that vision I had, the forest. I could see the forest dark. When I was seeing the center of the clearing in that forest. Sometimes we have to feel our way through and know that there is light and that there is direction. That's why some of us who are very spiritual, sometimes we feel like our guides aren't there. Like maybe where did that energy go, that connection, that closeness that I feel with my guides? Why don't I feel it today? It's because there are times in our path and our journey that we need to sort of be able to move in our own energy, and maybe sometimes it's a period of healing where we need those moments to kind of just go, all right, I'm going to trust this. Because when that happens to me, and that actually happened a few days ago where I was feeling a bit lonely, and I was like, okay, guides, because I ask my guides for everything I do, and I ask for guidance for everything in my life, and I always keep that closeness because it's just who I am. It's just how I roll, I guess. I don't know. But when I don't feel that sometimes, it's not that they're not there, guys. It's that you need to go into your own voice, your own light, your own kind of explore into your own soul and seek the truth from yourself, okay? Our guides are always here to bless us, to bring us comfort, to hold our hand. So don't think that they're not. But there are times when you will feel like you're on your own. And that's normal. It's natural. It is part of finding your way through the darkness. Having that faith and knowing that your inner compass won't steer you wrong. Okay? When you go in within, your inner voice, your inner light, your inner being, it won't steer you wrong. It's when we get when we get into our head and overthinking and stepping in it, that's when we can go wrong a little bit. But our guides are always here to steer us back to whatever's in our highest good. So let me just ask one more question here, guides. What can we expect today and going forward, please? What piece of advice? And you've given us, Spirit has given us some great advice. Spirit says, listen, some of you have a tendency to overreact with certain things. Sometimes things aren't as they appear. So it's important to observe sometimes. To just kind of take your time, sit back and observe. And kind of allow yourself to trust yourself. Okay? To just kind of observe a situation, whatever it is. And to allow yourself to kind of just flow with it and not act harshly or right now. Don't rush into, like, if someone offends you, you have to snap back. Just be careful. That's just an example. But Spirit is saying, see this here? This is your heart, your inner being. So Spirit is saying, listen, there may be a lot of people whispering in your ear or even shouting, saying, this is my advice. This is what you need to do. This is what's best for you. And so Spirit says, don't take that from an outside source right now. Go within, because your answer is here. It is within your core, your very being. There's where your answer is. Okay? You know you. And no one knows you better than you and God. Right? God knows you better than you. So trust that inner self. I guess take a visit within yourself, right? And hear your own voice. And it only gets confusing when you allow your head to interfere with your heart, okay? So get into that space when you can, because I feel like some of you really need that time. I don't know how much time you need in solitude, maybe a few minutes, maybe a half hour, maybe a day, maybe two, I don't know. But whatever is right for you, whatever, take a nice walk. For me, I can't wait until the snow is gone so I can go I like to go on nature trails. But I'm really looking forward to that time in the spring when I can finally get back up on the mountain that I go to and go on the nature trails. But whatever works for you, where you can be in, hear your own voice instead of everybody else kind of crowding you. I feel like some of you may have that, where people care and they mean well, but it's just too much sometimes. You just need you to be in your own. Okay? I think we're done with that deck. I do want to just consult with Archangel Michael. Before I do that, I'm going to just do a little bit more here. I know we're already 40 minutes in, but I feel led to this deck. So I'm going to ask our guides what it is that they want us to see on these cards and what it is that they want us to feel. What is it, guides? Please and thank you. So Archangel Gabriel is here to say there is a divine awakening happening. Okay? And if you notice, I rarely do these readings by sign, and I do love that when people do readings by sign. I get enjoyment out of that. But this is an overall. I feel like this is wherever it applies, whoever it applies to. You're going through some kind of awakening, okay? And you're coming to a realization, like I said in the beginning, about a more spiritual journey for yourself. And when I say spiritual, it doesn't mean that you have to go out and be a clergy, a priest, or whatever. This is something sacred for you. And I feel like this awakening comes, right, with a little bit of a, like I said, with this observe card, it comes with observing. And so this awakening is sort of like, look at things from a different perspective. That's just an example. I don't always go by what the cards say. I go by what comes in and what feels right. And with this, I feel like it is a sign to kind of just take a minute, okay? It's important to be yourself. I do trust in that, because this observe card makes sense. Trust you right now, okay? Let your friends help you later. Right now in this moment, I don't know why, but I feel like there's some sort of, I feel like you're kind of feel stuck, like maybe you don't know which way to turn, so you've got, I feel like you're like a, how do I say this? I'm thinking about rock formations, right? And how sometimes they look like they're almost fused together. I feel like you're fused together with something, like you can't break free because people are so concerned about you, or that they want to voice their own opinions and their own advice to you. But I feel like you need this time, right? To kind of say, okay, love you guys, but give me a break for a minute, all right? I need to kind of just be within myself. And so Archangel Gabriel says, there is an awakening. There is a pivotal moment here. And it's important that you listen to your own truth, not someone else's and what they want for you, your own. This is your awakening. And it may feel very hard to breathe sometimes, but here we go. Here's the Hermit. So Archangel Raziel here says, you need that time, guys, right? Quiet meditation, time to yourself. They're a real self-discovery. So they're really emphasizing that time to yourself and with your guides. And so they're saying it's okay. Don't think that if you take that time to yourself, the clock is ticking and you don't have time for something. That's not true. This opens up a door to some self-exploring, some not even about reflecting on the bad stuff. Boo-hoo, I went through all this. Oh my God, I'm so sad for that. No, this is about opening up yourself to explore, to bring in the light, to bring in wisdom, and just a very real sense of spiritual bonding with your your guides, your angels, your divine creator. I feel like some of you haven't maybe talked to your guides in a while, or talked to God, or said a prayer, and don't beat yourself up for that. Life gets busy, but I feel like it is time to kind of go within and go listen to and feel the love and the guidance, the support from your guides, okay? I feel like this is also about balancing out your emotional self, mental, emotional. I feel like it's time to kind of align body, mind, spirit here. That's what I feel with this, okay? balance. That's why this says King of Air. I believe it's sort of like with the air signs, balance is key, especially with Libras. But I do feel that you that it's time for that balance internally, guys. All right, I'm just gonna do one last thing here from Archangel Michael, and then we're gonna close out this reading. Take a minute to kind of look at where your life is blessed, okay? Even if you're in a dark moment, this works so well. If you're feeling dark and down and you just want to stay in bed, find the silver lining. Find something where you feel blessed about it, okay? Whatever that is. For me, when I feel really dark, so if I ever feel really dark, and I have in the past, I always remembered that I'm breathing, right? I have life, and that in and of itself is a miracle. Thank you, Archangel Michael. All right, so what he's saying here is the situation is already resolved, and what I feel he's saying is the blessings are already here for you. Your spiritual, this time of spiritual bonding, it's already, I feel like you're kind of already there, and this is the way you feel. You want this time to yourself. You want this time to kind of bond with your guides. But this situation is already resolved. I feel like some of you have been kind of harping on something that happened, but it's over. It's done. Move on. And that's what I feel Archangel is saying. He's like, Archangel Michael, he's saying, everything in life that happens, there's a beginning and ending. You don't have to live your whole life in pain and sorrow and sadness and regret or whatever it is. Be done with it. Resolve it within yourself. That's why you're taking this time with this energy of alignment with your guides, with the universe, with God. Okay? Because it's imperative that you need to let go of something and move forward, because there's some reason why you're needed. And it's not just, well, you're needed to be happy, to raise the vibration of your world, right? Around you. But so there's a reason why the divine is coming in to say, it's time now. I want to move you forward. I'm so tired of you feeling tired and feeling defeated. Like, when is my time coming to move forward, and a big opportunity coming for me? And so there is an opportunity that will catapult you towards success and a beautiful, bountiful life. I'm so sorry. I did say we were going to end this at 40 minutes, but we're 48 minutes in. So just one last piece of advice, Archangel Michael. What is it you would like to say to us? I feel like there is one more. Thank you. Self-respect. Okay? Give yourself that time. Give yourself those moments to realign. All right? It's about respecting yourself. Respecting the life that you have been given. And future opportunities coming in. Respect that. Respect yourself. Give yourself that time. Give that time to allow your guides to come in and be with you as well. Okay? And this brings in positive thoughts. It puts you in a more positive direction, where you can then laugh again. Okay, this is it. That's the last card today for this reading, and so I wanted to just to say to you, find something about yourself today that you love. It's not conceited, it's not full of yourself, it's self-respect. Find something about yourself that you love. Lately, I've been down on myself about, this is kind of funny, my hair. It's funny because I had gotten my hair cut recently and I wasn't happy with it. And so every day I've been saying to myself, oh, I hate this hair. And then I caught myself because I was like, all right, you don't hate your hair. You're just not happy with how it turned out. However, you've got to stop this negativity, even if it is just hair. But it's when you say things, you can kind of take on a habit of just saying them, like, ugh. But when you kind of focus on, okay, that's not good for me. I need to change that into something great. Like, I am so blessed. I am so happy. The joy is coming in. I could feel it. Things start to move and change, right? And so we are in control, guys, of our happiness. And remember that you are the one with the key to your happiness or to your unsettledness and discomfort. Allow yourself to unlock that door to a life that is blessed and happy. That's what I'm doing. And I'm learning on the way, just like you. I wish you all a very blessed weekend or whatever days ahead whenever you're listening to this. And remember to say, with conviction, my life is blessed. Talk soon. Love you all. Namaste.